Accounting methods define consistent ways of recording transactions in your business records. So the point of this is to make the business information and reports useful by allowing comparability with other businesses and for making decisions to really understand how profitable your business is. Now, there are two main methods of accounting. First, the cash method, and second, accrual. And most businesses will choose between these two methods, but you can also use another method if it better captures your income and expenses. The hybrid accounting method is a third, which combines aspects of cash and accrual basis. We will explain this further later on. So let's review the two main methods. First, with cash basis, income is recorded when cash is actually received, meaning you've done the work, you've sold your products, and now you've actually received the cash payment. Now it's recorded as income. And expenses are only deducted when you pay them in cash. Now, for accrual method, income is recorded when it's completely earned by you, regardless of when they pay you, and your expenses are deducted for the period that they're actually incurred for and related to. So with accrual method, it does not matter when the customer actually pays you or when you pay the bills and expenses. Everything is based on when the income is earned and when expenses are incurred. Most individuals and self-employed taxpayers are cash basis. Cash basis is the simpler method to use for your records. Just to understand, accrual method does provide more information about how your business is actually operating, and your records are not dependent on when cash is exchanged. Accrual accounting is the focus of professional accounting because it prevents manipulation of income by matching the expenses of a period to the income they generated during that period, regardless of when the customer decides to pay you or when you're able to pay your bills. It can be helpful to have this clear understanding of these methods. So let's consider an example with an employee, since that's a situation everyone is familiar with. So for the last week of work for a year, an employee does not receive their biweekly paycheck until, say, the second week in January. So under cash basis, the pay from those last weeks of the year are not included on the tax return or the W-2 they received because they hadn't received the cash during that year. Now, under accrual basis, which an employee would not normally be, but the last week of pay would have actually been calculated and included in that year's income. So depending on the type of work you do, you may want to use accrual method so that you can really understand the total cost that it takes to earn the income you're earning, instead of just what's being paid and received.